Film fans of YouTube, hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Josh, your movie apprentice, and today I'm going to be looking at Unhinged, directed by Derek Borte and starring Russell Crowe, Karen Pistorius and Gabriel Bateman. This film follows a woman, Rachel, who is casually driving down the street, honks at the wrong guy who decides to start terrorizing her in a very extreme case of road rage. Before I get into the review, if you do like what I do on this channel, consider clicking the like button, subscribing to the channel. It would really help me a lot, and let me know your thoughts of this film down in the comments below. But without further ado, let's get right into this. So I've got to start off with some positives. Russell Crowe as the villain in this is outright terrifying. The film itself has a dumb premise, but Russell Crowe being this guy that, let's just say, he's no longer a gladiator, and you would imagine that he's not very athletic, but he is terrifying throughout this. His voice performance, his tension, his aggressiveness, his rants, they are all fantastic. He does an amazing performance in this, and he was easily the best part of this movie for me. I was terrified every time he showed up on screen because you never knew what he was going to do next. I also have to say this film was also very, very brutal. There were moments that you were surprised at what they were able to get away with in this one. The violence in this is absolutely insane. The hits, the sound design I have to give massive props for, because the hits, you felt them. I was in a cinema screen that didn't have the best of the speakers, and I could still feel them hits every time that happened. It was brilliant to listen to, and I admire the film for pushing the boundaries on the violence, because there are some things that the film does that, honestly, you're wondering, wow, what the hell, movie? Because there are things you don't usually see in these sorts of films, and they push their boundaries very much so, and that really adds to the tension and fear created throughout this piece. And I will have to say the soundtrack as well was brilliant. From the nice, peaceful Don't Fear the Reaper in the credits, just the outright sound and bass throughout the film where it's trying to build the tension. It is really well placed, really well done. And the relationship between Rachel and Kyle, they took the time to build that relationship up. And I feel like if they didn't build that relationship up, then they would not have made us care about these characters. Because there were some points where, let's just say, these weren't always the most likable characters, but her and the son's relationship in this film is really what helps carry the film through the second half and gives the stakes that the film wants us to have. That being said, though, that's all the positives for me done. This was a bit of a pretentious movie, and there was a lot in it that really irked me. For starters, we get a nice cold open, which was really entertaining, and then we get a nice little opening credit sequence that drags on and on and on and on. It basically builds up the idea that everyone's frustrated, everyone's angry these days, which in a sense is true, and you'd feel like, oh, they're trying to tell us something clever here. But we're just using these social commentaries and this analysis of today's world to justify what comes in the film. It basically, the word road rage is said so much in this film. I don't know, maybe it's because I don't drive, but I don't see that much road raging these days, or maybe it's just mainly an American thing, but they mention road rage like every 5 minutes. We get it, people get angry and honk their horns really loud at each other, but they were building it up for a good 5 minutes of opening credits. It got to a point where I thought, look, opening credits, you can stop now. We get it, you ain't got to keep ramming this down our throats. That went on for what felt like a full 5 minutes, and an opening credit sequence that feels like it's gone for 5 minutes is too long an opening credit sequence. Also, the plot of this film only really gets going because of a dumb mistake that honestly should never happen. It should never happen. Basically, it all starts because Rachel does not have a lock on her phone, and she left her phone in the car. Who leaves their phone in the car, and who doesn't have a lock on their phone anymore? The drivers in this film are so dumb. There's 2 or 3 occasions where you think someone should be able to hit the brakes here. These are the worst drivers in the world. These random drivers just don't seem to have any common sense. There's this moment where a car skids and the gentleman stops the car, looks out his window, picks up a radio, gets 3 or 4 words out before a cement truck just clatters his car. And at that point, the cement truck says, oh, I might brake. But that was a good 3 and 4 seconds here. And I don't know about you, but every time I've seen a video of a car crashing on the highway or anything of the like, people slam their brakes on instantaneously. It's like a half a second reaction. This film expects me to believe that there's 2 or 3 drivers in this that will see something happen and think, I'm just going to keep going full pelt and brake when it's too late. Oh God, that just bugged me so much. This film also had a very fast and loose play with several film aspects. There's obviously the old adage that if you establish something in the first act, it's got to come into play later on, and that very much works for the majority of this film. But there's some characters that are established I mentioned once that I've never seen again. There are some small hints of something deeper happening that gets immediately scrapped to one side. It's all just an unfocused mess that focuses more on the violence and the swearing than the actual deeper plot. There was a point where this film could have gone a bit deeper, where Russell Crowe and Rachel are having this conversation on the phone, and he makes her choose, and when he gets the reason, he empathizes with her and says, yeah, through no fault of your own, I'm pretty sure. So you think, okay, he's trying to make a point here, you get that, but that basically goes out the window very quickly. 3 minutes later, he completely 180s on what seemed to be getting built up. Now, while it made sense, it also just felt like a missed opportunity. This film could have, if it was going to hint at going deeper, go deeper. Because this just became a frustrating film after a while. How many times does someone have to hint that someone's dead before you click on? They shouldn't have to hint at it about 20 times before you click on. Don't get me wrong. The actress that plays Rachel did a phenomenal job here, but her character was just infuriating to deal with. And to wrap it all off, the film's overall message was, yeah, don't honk your horn in road rage. That was the whole message and premise and lesson learned from this film. So yeah, Unhinged. It is a thriller, and it has definitely got some good elements to it, but there is so much about this film that frustrates me, so many leaps in logic, and just not that many likable characters in this at all. I only barely rooted for the heroes to come out on top by the end of it. So, overall, I'm going to have to say that Unhinged is just a lukewarm cup of tea. So, Unhinged, have you all seen it? What is your favourite Russell Crowe performance? Let me know down in the comments below. Again, if you like what I do on this channel, click the subscribe button, click the like. It would really help me a lot. Coming up on the channel, we have 10 that I'm going to go see tomorrow and try and get a review out quickly. And New Mutants, guys, is finally coming. I'm seeing that on Saturday. I'm so excited to finally talk about that film. But until next time, my name is Josh. I have been your Movie Apprentice. And I'll see you in the next video. Hey, thank you for watching, and thank you for making it to the end of the video. While you're here, if you haven't done it yet, please feel free to drop a like and consider hitting that subscribe button for more reviews coming all the time. And also, while you are here, there are some other videos over there that you might want to sink your teeth into. Have a good day, guys, and do enjoy.